Our next speaker is going to be Pat Harris. Before we go to Pat, just want to say you have the opportunity to talk to these entrepreneurs who have a history and have actually been there, so take advantage of that. If they say they're going to be here for questions, immediately take their time, because this is invaluable, free information. Keyword there being free information from those who have been there and done it. Pat.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. This will probably help, I hope. I'm really excited about being here. First and foremost, I really have to give a shout out. Maybe I don't want to use this. I want to give a shout out to CEED because I actually attended some of their classes. I did the business plan class up in the Ann Arbor office, so I can tell you that the resources that they offer are tremendous. I learned so much from my classes, so I'm really thankful to be here at their invitation and really to participate. And just to let you know that if you have had any opportunity to take any of their classes, go for it, because it really has helped me to understand what it takes to run a business. As Scott mentioned, in my background, I didn't start off in business. I worked in human resources and higher education environment. So I worked for a much larger company, and actually the whole entrepreneurship thing wasn't totally on my radar screen. My husband and partner in our business, along with our son, so we're kind of truly a mom and pop operation. My husband has had more of the opportunity to work entrepreneurially. He has worked as an independent contractor in the sign installation business, and that aspect of his business has grown. So he's known the whole idea of getting out there and having to sell yourself, make those decisions, to really get your business to grow. So for me, it was quite a bit of a difference. So after having worked in the higher ed and human resources industry, after about 25 years, I decided to retire and just give it a shot, and we decided that we wanted to have our own business. We had other opportunities, as Scott mentioned, to have just kind of small home-based businesses, and that really gave us an idea of what it was going to take to really be motivated, to be really clear about what our purpose was going to be, and to be able to go forward. How we got to the Bottom Line Coffee House. As I mentioned, my husband has worked in the sign business and also worked in building development, and we had an opportunity to work on the redevelopment of the Beethoven apartment building, which is located at the corner of Prentice and 3rd here in Detroit. From one thing led to another. That building had 2 commercial spaces in it, and we opted to rent out one of the commercial spaces. And one of the things that we looked at in that aspect of Midtown is what was missing, and there wasn't a neighborhood coffee house in that neighborhood at all. So that was our motivation. We didn't have any specific experience in coffee. We just took it on as a challenge and said, we see a need here. This is what we want to do, and that's what we have undertaken. To that end, we went and got training. We went to Chicago to one of our vendors, Intelligentsia Coffee, got coffee training from them, came back and really committed to the idea, and then our family worked as a team to develop our business plan and then just go for it. From there, we presented our business plan to Midtown Detroit, to Sue Mosey, and she said great. She gave us some introductions to others in the community that could help us, specifically in the area of funding. We worked with the Detroit Micro Enterprise Fund. They have been really helpful to us and provided us with a loan. We also worked with TechTown at Wayne State University. I actually have a TechTown entrepreneurial champion that I work with. And they also have a Thrive Fund, a loan fund there as well. So we've also secured a loan through them as well to help us with our business. So those are also really good resources. I do want to give them a shout out too, because they have definitely helped us in our business and moving forward with developing our business. So at this point, we have moved quite a long ways. We had a kind of an empty space in a 28 apartment building. So we actually have customers that live in our building, which is great. We're in a very walkable community right by Wayne State University. And as Scott mentioned, we are also going to be offering curbside coffee. What's really cool about our location is just the space itself. So I really invite all of you to come down, and you all will be the first to know that our goal will be achieved next week. We hope to be open starting on Monday. So we're really excited about that.
Round of applause for that one.
And I can definitely tell you, it truly has been labor of love. It's really been hard work, but it's been really so worth it. Our building, as I said, is right on the corner. We're located at the ground floor or on the bottom floor, which is part of where we get our name from. And we're going to be serving espresso, hot and cold coffee drinks, hot and cold tea, and a wide variety of great pastries. So we want you to be able to come down and enjoy that. We're also going to have free Wi-Fi. And I think the really unique part about our business is really our space. It's very unique, it's eclectic, it's in a historic building, and we have kind of an urban contemporary feel, and we've also tried to do a lot of things to help make us really sustainable in terms of some of the recycled wood that we've used, the exposed brick, the recycled paper products with Green Safe right here in Detroit. So we really tried to connect with our community and also with the Detroit area. So that's what really gives us a lot of, a lot of motivation, and why we think that our business is really, really exciting. So I would invite you, excuse me, to come down and to visit us. Some of the other things I would quickly add that's been really helpful is that mentoring, is very important. You probably heard that from the other experts. But if you can find someone in your business circle, whatever area of expertise that you feel that you need the most, then go to that person and really ask them to really help you. As I mentioned, I work with the Techtown entrepreneurial team at their program, and they've really been helpful, particularly for me because, as I said, I didn't have that experience going in. So they really helped me to start looking at things from an entrepreneurial standpoint, and also, moving quickly, solving problems, just kind of really being focused and going for it. And that's a very different perspective from working in a really large organization where you're kind of in this one space and responsible for this perhaps one function in a large organization. So I'll speak more to that to anyone that's really interested in it, but I would just say to you guys, go for it. If you really, believe in your idea, you have your passion, go for it. In the end, I think you really, really will be happy that you've done it.
All right. Thank you, Pat. Next on our list is going to be Kelly Pickett, executive chef and owner of Rounds on the Square.
Good morning. Well, good morning. I guess I would start how I got started. Most people say it was very...
Let's try this.
Good morning. A lot of people say it was very hard when they first got started. Me, it was the opposite. It started out very good and then got hard. Because I worked at a country club. Went in a country club at the age of 14 to get a job, and I wanted to be a chef, and they laughed at me. But they hired me as a dishwasher. By 16, I learned from a head chef at the country club how to cook, and I told them I wanted my own business. I started my own catering by going to people I know. Asked them, could I cater for them? And a friend of mine introduced me to a Judge Gardner. He had a retirement party, and I catered his retirement party. And from there, business just took off. I had more business than I could handle. Couldn't hire the right help, but I used the country club for their kitchen. So when I first started, I made the money to buy all my equipment, and then things got slow. So another thing I want to say is you have to find the business also. Don't think it's just going to come to you. After that, that's when I had to market, look for it, and continue to do what I wanted to do. From there, from catering, I ended up opening 3 restaurants. I had a cafe in Southfield, a restaurant on the east side of Detroit, and from there I opened one up on 7 Mile of my own. From 7 Mile, Wyoming, I moved to downtown Detroit, which is where I am now, because I like the location better. It was more business. And to keep it short and simple, follow your goal. Don't give up. It is very hard. And as everyone else said, get the resources that are there for you, because everybody's going to tell you how to run your business, what to do, and it's going to be somebody that never owned a business, never done anything, and they're going to tell you what you're doing wrong. So, other than that, if there's any questions.
Where's your restaurant located now?
I'm sorry, it's on Times Square in Grand River. It's 1431 Times Square.
And for Kelly, for those who aren't familiar with the downtown area, where Times Square, where is that approximately located? Is it near Cass? Is it near Washington Boulevard?
Anyone, it's closer to Washington. It's between Clifford and Grand River on Times Square near the new bus terminal.
The new Rosa Parks bus terminal.
Yes, you could, maybe a half a block from there.
So basically right across the street.
Yes.
All right, thank you, Kelly. And last but not least, we have Leah Schroeder, Business Development Associate, the Michigan Food and Beverage Association.
Hi everyone, I am so happy to be here. I would like to start out by giving you guys some positive news about what we've been doing in Detroit. Last week we had our annual Metro Detroit Youth Day on Belle Isle. We fed 6,000 kids.
Wow.
And had over 20,000 there. Over 100 scholarships were given out to kids to be able to go to college and have that opportunity that we've had to go and learn and hopefully be an entrepreneur and start their businesses. I'm not an entrepreneur per se, but the company itself has been around since '87. And the chairman, Ed Deeb, he has been doing a lot in the food industry. He's on the board of Eastern Market. He helped redo all that. We do a lot of advocacy in Lansing on behalf of businesses. He launched the Business and Professional Association in 1991. So not only do we have 3,500 food and beverage companies, we have 20,000 every other type industry companies. So the services that we provide now are for any type of business. What I have personally been a big part of is the facilitated networking. We've launched monthly networking events in Metro Detroit. They're once a month. They go from breakfast, lunch, evening events. We have different workshops for some of those events. We also have them in our office in Grand Rapids on the other side of the state. In Lansing is where our lobbyists are, and we do a lot of advocacy on behalf of any type of member. So whatever you need, you have access to our lobbyists. We also have different financial savings. Some of the things that have been really important, especially in the food and beverage industry, is our HR hotline and our law hotline. So you can call and ask these companies questions that you would normally have to pay for. So we give you access to, if you're doing background checks and looking into hiring people, and we can help with summary descriptions and stuff like that for a lot of startups. But we do different seminars and educational workshops across every different industry. We also work with SCORE too. So they come into our office and help out with individual needs for members, which has been great, and same with the Small Business Association. So just pretty much anything. We like to be a tool, anything you need for business. We want to connect you with the right people if we don't currently have a program that can suit you. And even marketing assistance, business cards, stuff like that. So just statewide, anything business. But thank you for having me. There's more information on the back table as well. So we do a lot of different stuff, so if anyone has questions.
All right, great.